Alright, welcome to day 52 of our journey to Platinum here in Elden Ring. Today we're going to be going through this section of Lake, all through here. So yesterday, I went through the entirety of the Academy Gate Town super thoroughly. So now all this stuff on the outskirts, all this water around here is what I plan to go through today. So, as usual, for those of you that are new to the series, the whole goal of this series is to be the most thorough playthrough in terms of environmental exploration that is available on YouTube. So I'm trying to be super thorough with everything, including NPCs and stuff, but the main objective of being thorough here is for the purpose of environmental exploration. So we're even going to the point of trying to collect every last crafting material in the environment. So let's make this happen today. Like I said, I'd like to make it through all of this because there's a lot of this that's open. So, and I think though right here, I think there's a wandering mausoleum here, and then there's those like ghostly night guys. I can't remember what they're called. But I'm trying to make it through as much of this today as possible. And I'm kind of, the reason that I'm running off in this direction is because I kind of want to get over towards, there's sort of like an edge, and I'll show you once I can actually open my map again, but I can't since I'm in combat. There's an edge that I kind of want to get to, and we'll sort of explore backwards from there, I guess. And we got to work our way through the section of woods that I was just at, right where the Grace was. Oh my goodness, would you stop that? Seriously, I didn't know that they could do that many times. So we got to work our way through those woods, and then I've also then got to go into like the open area and all that. So lots to do, especially if we're gonna be real thorough. Crap, I didn't mean to heal again. I was trying to switch back. There we go. Can you guys maybe stop it with the poison? I would highly appreciate that. There's a lot of these guys under here. Actually, what is this item that they're guarding? Land Squirt Ashes. I guess it's appropriate that there's a bunch of Land Squirts around where the Land Squirt Ashes are at. And this is another one of those spots where I know that it's not really necessary to kill everything. I mean, they're super slow. It's not like they're going to affect my exploration, but this is part of my 100%ing, is I like to try to kill everything that we encounter. Ooh, Torrent, buddy. Buddy, you are getting real low on that health there. We gotta do something about that. And we're still not to the point yet where I can get better raisins for Torrent, so I can heal him further with one raisin. I'm still using just like the basic Roa raisins, which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks for Torrent's sake. And I don't think until I didn't know, for some reason I thought that this guy was just ragdolling and that he wasn't still alive. I don't think that I can get the better ones until I get to the capital, because I need like the golden Roa to be able to make the next level of raisins, I think. How much do these guys give you? These guys only give you 29, so maybe this isn't worth going through and killing all of these for the sake of thoroughness, because I'm barely getting any runes from this. But I think at this point, there's one guy left. It's just you, my friend. It's just you. Alright, sweet. So all of those are gone. So then this... Yeah, so this is what I wanted to get to, is over here to this edge, because all of this stuff hasn't been explored yet either. Right near the edge of the gate town, because I kind of checked like directly along the edge, but made the decision yesterday to not really go out here into the water. But then this section of land here, so this is all stuff that I went through a couple of episodes ago, as far as I remember. And I think I made it all the way, yeah, I think I made it all the way over to the edge of the land here. So all the way to like this spot here, this has all been thoroughly explored already. So it's really just everything in the water that now has to be checked. And I am going to kill these guys real fast, just so that they have no chance of seeing me and running out into the water and causing problems while I'm out here fighting Miranda. I'm also going to kill this guy, because he's got his trumpet, and I don't want to deal with that. Alright, so in this section of water, there are definitely a lot of Miranda flowers. So I'm going to have to deal with all of these. Because like I said, this whole thing, like this edge here, we were kind of at yesterday. But I decided to just put all of my focus on the town rather than actually coming down into the water at all. So that's why I want to go through this part today. And this guy, or this lady, her name's Miranda, if you haven't heard, is going to be a huge problem. And do I still have... I do. I still have my boluses on me. So I'm just going to kind of let myself, I feel like, get poisoned as I fight through these, because I feel like it just makes life faster rather than trying to walk away constantly. And I keep forgetting to put my flame sling back on, so I don't have that option for fighting these right now. I guess I could technically use fire grease, though, or just what do you call them? The fire... I don't know why. Why am I drawing a blank right now? Fire pots. That was the word I was trying to think of. So I could use those, but I really wish that I would just remember to put my flame sling back on. That would be super convenient for fighting through these. So all along here, this is stuff that I did yesterday, because I checked each and every last building, and the rooftop of each building was thoroughly checked yesterday. So all of that stuff is done. But some of this water surrounding it too, on these edges, I would like to check. There are a lot of Miranda flowers around here. It is a ton of them. Oh, and he's gonna do this. You gotta stop it with that, please. Wait, can it hit me when I'm right... It can't really hit me when I'm right beneath it, can it? Oh, well, I guess it kind of can. It kind of loops back around, so that kind of stinks. Where did you come from? I didn't even see these guys. I don't need to deal with you and Miss Miranda here, so you can just go away promptly. Thanks so much. I think there's only one more Miss Miranda, so I'm just going to let myself stay poisoned, I think, until I kill her. And it's nice, I'm getting lots of poison blooms, cracked crystals, things of that nature. Okay, really? Oh my gosh, holy crap. When they start swinging, that is obnoxious. That is so annoying. When they just start smacking you with the top of their head like that. And it just totally stun locks you. It stuns City. But this should be the last one there. There's a little one here too, though. None of these have really slammed their head down, so I wonder if they must not do that as much as the regular ones do. What is that building? Is that the... Oh, okay, that's the Carrion Study Hall. Well, yeah, and I need to depoisonify myself before continuing on here. Also, I should drink this. Cool. Those actually, the Miranda flowers actually give you decent runes as you're fighting them. Each one gives you right around 400. So that's not too bad. The little ones don't give you much, but it's still kind of nice that from fighting all those, you get a decent amount of runes, plus you get all of the crafting materials that they drop. So it's nothing to shake a stick at, I would say. Get some pretty decent stuff from them. Alright, so this whole section here should be pretty good to go. The thing that I don't know is in some of these more just wide open areas, I don't know how much exploration I really need to do, because obviously I'm trying to pick up absolutely everything, but is there really going to be much to pick up in just these open areas of water? And I feel like the answer is there's not going to be much, but it is still worth running through basically every inch of the open water, because when we were in the open water over here, I mean, like this, I was thinking, oh, there's going to be barely anything here, but then there ended up being quite a bit of stuff in that area. So that's why I feel like I can't really just walk away from here and be like, it's open. I would probably just see everything from a distance, because I don't feel like that's the case, considering the fact that there's so much fog. If you don't really like run through all of the back areas and through the middle section and all that, you very well may miss some good stuff. Man, I feel like I yawn every episode. It's not because I'm bored. I have so much fun recording these. I just, for whatever reason, I think it's usually because I record these second, so I always post the daily Minecraft episode before this, so I record the Minecraft episode first, So usually I've been recording and working on that for quite a while before even getting to this video. So then I've sort of like mentally started to exhaust myself before even getting to this episode. Okay, so this is good. This all gets to the edge of the gate town, and we're almost over to these woods here that I'm gonna have to go through. And so then once I clear out the woods, and the woods are probably gonna take a little bit of time because of the fact that they're pretty dense from what I could tell. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna try to run through that relatively extensively like I do with everything, and just make sure that we pick everything up in there. I don't know if there's much of anything. I feel like there might be another like crystal section in there possibly that I'd like to explore. I don't know that for certain though. But I want to run through all of that pretty extensively, which will take a little bit of time. And then, like I said, after that should take us over to like the huge wide open water area where I think there's a wandering mausoleum and some of those ghost knight guys, and I think that leads over to yeah, this all leads over towards where the Lucaria crystal tunnel's at, and that's done. We did that a couple episodes ago, and that tunnel was absolutely massive. That's definitely the biggest tunnel that I've gone through so far in this playthrough, and I did not remember from my first playthrough how absolutely massive that tunnel is, because it's like there's like layer after layer in there before you even get to the boss, which was the Crystallian. Which for being such a huge, wow, there were a lot of these here. Holy crap! For being such a huge tunnel, the boss is pretty easy. Once you break down its like outer ice shell or magic shell or whatever it is, outer crystal shell. Okay, so this hits the edge of the woods. So let's start working our way through the woods themselves, I guess. And I've got this little section of land here. I don't think I've checked this section of land, because I think that wait, was this actually, since this is connected to the other section of land where the Grace is at, maybe I did run along this? I guess it doesn't hurt to check it one more time real fast, though, because actually, now that I look at it, maybe it isn't connected. Oh, no, it is. It is. Okay, yeah, so this is probably good. So, getting into the actual woods section is where I need to head now. And this is always where I feel like I run the risk of missing things with how thorough we're trying to be. Because a few episodes ago when I was running through woods section like this, or a woods section like this down in the water, it took quite a while because I was sort of running back and forth, making sure that there was nothing that I had possibly overlooked. And it paid off because there did end up being stuff that I overlooked. There was like that whole crystal section that I hadn't seen right near where those ruins were. Oh, and there's another Miranda flower hanging out in here. So I think probably the best way to do this, to be thorough, is to just sort of run back and forth through these areas and just try to keep an eye on where I've been and where I haven't been. And I don't really even necessarily need to go up on top of these, because I find time and time again, I go up on top of them going, maybe there's something up there, and there never is. So it's not really any reason whatsoever. But let me work my way into the middle here and go fight Miss Miranda herself. Miss Miranda herself, the magic poison flower. Oh, and there's a couple spots here that just have the little ones too. I don't know if, so I know that the big ones are the Miranda flowers. I think these are just Miranda sprouts, I think is what they're called. I think that's the difference in their name. Oh, she's sitting right next to, 3 smithing stone 3s. That's super nice. I very much enjoy that. Obviously, right now, smithing stone 3s, like, they're not super helpful to me. I still like to collect them just because of the fact that I'm going to need them when I upgrade another weapon eventually. But right now, smithing stone 3s are not what I need because I'm all the way up to 5s with this katana. So, oh, there were two dead guys sitting here. It's unfortunate for them. I mean, at least they got to hold hands on their way out, because That's got to at least be somewhat comforting when you're sitting underneath a death flower as it's poisoning you to death. Being able to hold your best friend's hand as you're on your way out in a chair in the middle of watery woods is probably at least a little bit helpful for your mental sanity as you're going. Okay, so that's done where Miranda was at and where both dead guys were. This takes me back out to the edge of where the actual gate town is. So I would say that like this whole outer edge is probably pretty much good. Yeah, because then that takes me technically right back into the gate town. All right, so let me work my way back in here. And I did see a couple, I think, crafting materials along the way as I was walking through. So would like to go and pick those up real fast. I keep seeing these skulls too, though. I keep seeing the light reflecting off of them, thinking that keep thinking it's mushrooms. Because when those just regular skulls are up on land, I always think that it's going to be a glowing skull because of the way the sun reflects off of it. But for some reason, down here, the way that light reflects off it, I keep thinking that they're shrooms. Is this a spot I already... Yeah, those are shrooms I already picked up, so I've been to there before. So there's another large Miranda flower there. But then I saw this other spot. Wasn't there a spot over here where it was just Miranda sprouts, I think? Yeah, right over here. So let's take care of this first before going over to the large Miranda. Are they guarding anything here, or is this just a random spot for them? I feel like this is just a random spot. I don't really see anything. So then this, though, will take me back to where this grace is. And what is this grace? This is the Eastern Liurnia Lakeshore. So... Oh, yeah, and then there's... Okay, man, there's a lot of Miranda flowers around here. There's a whole other one right there. So, yeah, this is a good thing that we're going through this relatively thoroughly. Because I feel like there's probably nothing necessarily through these woods where it's like, if you don't grab it, it's a big deal overall. But since there's so many pockets here of Miranda flowers and things like that, I think it's good to go through this pretty extensively. Okay, glintstone fireflies, crystal buds, and I'm going to start getting a whole bunch of glintstones coming towards me in a second here. How far do they travel? Oh, okay, so they kind of hit it. They kind of hit a wall of how far they can travel. So that's if you kind of just run, it looks like even just in a straight line, I don't think they can keep up with you. So it's not a huge concern. I didn't realize that. And it's gonna do it again though. But yeah, it seems like if you're kind of somewhat like walking around like this, it seems like they can't make contact that well because they go towards the ground and then they can't arch themselves back up to hit you in time. Okay, get some stamina back. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Got it. Boom. That's the first one of these that slammed her head down, I think. Oh, there's a whole thing there. Oh, and there's these guys patrolling. This is one of the big boys. Crap. How much you get for those? 131. It's not too great for those being a little bit stronger, but it's something. Yeah, that's only like 20 more than you get for the small ones, so that's kind of weird. Oh, there's still one hanging around here. I apologize for killing your whole family and then leaving you alone. Makes me even more of a jerk. Might as well kill you too. Oh wait, I'm gonna drink real fast. I'm getting low. So this tree right here, I probably already checked around. Yeah, because this takes me back into the academy gate town. So then it looks like there's sort of... So right here, or where was it? I guess right down, kind of down the middle here. Yeah, kind of where this is. There's sort of a path down the center that's not really shown on the map. But I would say that everything probably on this side of woods is done. Yeah, because that leads me back to where the grace is. Yeah, so then this side is what we can head into now, because looks like there's crafting materials I haven't grabbed. Blood roses, mushrooms. And then I saw that little... that like little spot where I saw a whole bunch of poison coming out. So it's another one of those little islands that the land squirts sit on. And it was right near where, yeah, right over this way towards where I just killed those albinarics. So So we got that too, and then I think right near where I can see all the poison emanating from, right over there, I think that's probably right around where I saw that other Miranda flower too. So we're going to have to go over and deal with her. But yeah, see, this hasn't been walked through yet because there's some shrooms. Shrooms hanging out in the middle here. You know, I've watched through like whenever I pick up mushrooms, I feel like the first thing that I think of is like mushrooms, like shrooms, like LSD and stuff. And I've never tried LSD, never tried drugs of any kind, and I do not recommend to any of you out there utilizing drugs. But I have watched like videos of people talking about acid trips that they've gone on. And partially I like to watch them because it shows me why to not use acid because it's some scary stuff. But overall, like listening through those stories of people that have had crazy acid trips, it seems like there's never really a good acid trip. Like they all just seem absolutely terrifying, the stuff that people see, and it's one of those things where like the good ones, like the so-called good trips, which, like I said, I've never really found one. Most of the stuff that I've watched has been like really scary stuff. It kind of makes you go, okay, like some of that stuff could be kind of interesting, but it is not worth the risk of getting a bad trip. And just the way that some people end up, in like psychosis and stuff, it's like, why even risk doing that to yourself? It just seems absolutely ludicrous to even take that risk. Even though, like I said, it seems that there have been times where like the good ones, the good trips make me think, okay, that's kind of interesting, but that's like, it seems like 1 in 100 or something. So okay, so that goes back to there, where Miranda was at, and then is this, so this is, I am still in this like second half of the woods. And I can't tell, where did the path go that was sort of taking me down the middle, because I can't tell what I've been through now and what I haven't. Oh wait, that's a spot. Okay, so this is the middle path here. Okay. Alright, so then let's work our way through this section up towards where that little poison area is. I'm imagining, like I said, even though I haven't walked over there yet, I'm assuming it's just a whole bunch of land squirts in there, and they might be guarding like an item or probably just smithing stones would be my guess. If I had to hazard a guess, these are still hanging out here. So was this, yeah, just on this side was where Miranda was. So this has not been explored yet. Oh, and this takes me into a whole other little like back section here. This is what I'm saying about all the woods. In the water especially, but just throughout this whole game, the woods get so confusing. And it all, since so much of it looks the same, it's hard to tell what you've been through and what you haven't. Okay, so this is a whole crystal section over here. So let me work my way back this way first, and then I want to check out this little land squirt island. And, oh wait, maybe it's, there's actually a Miranda flower over there, so she must just be consistently pumping out poison. I didn't realize that they would, or I guess I did realize, I just forgot that sometimes they'll just sit there and poison the air, even if there's nothing around. So I'm going to take that out first, and then we'll go into where that little crystal area is at. And I figured there was probably a crystal area through here, like somewhere down here. Oh, and there's another Miranda flower way out this way. Ooh, and little Miranda squirts, too. Or Miranda, is that what I said they're called? I don't think it's Miranda squirts. Whatever I said they were. I think I was right before, but I already forgot. Miranda, they're like Miranda weeds is basically what they are. Miranda thorns, because they're a thorn in my side. Alright, so that leads over to Miranda. This is the crystal area, so I guess let's head into here and see what Miss Miranda is guarding. Yeah, so she's just literally sitting here just squirting poison into the air. And then as soon as you get over here, she starts other attacks. Yeah, staying right underneath her, those have a really hard time pathing to you. So that seems to be somewhat of a good way to approach things when she's doing that, is just stand underneath her. Okay, what do you got up here? Smithing stones? Yeah, smithing. Ooh, 3. 3 more smithing stone 3s. How many do I have on me now? Okay, so this is finally, the number of these that I have is finally going up. But 5s is really what I need. Okay, so this actually leads into, this is all part of this crystal area. So let me check this edge over here real fast, because I think that basically up to here, this huge rock formation I've gone to. Let me run towards the back, I guess, of these woods real fast, because I think there's a couple like little islands like this that probably have glintstone fireflies on them that I haven't run over and picked stuff up on. What about these? Do these usually... I think those little ones don't usually have fireflies on them. Oh yeah, and I've still got to deal with Miss Miranda over here too. So that's got to be taken care of. Hi, Charlos. You can't put your face on the controller, buddy. Because I can't do what I gotta do. I know, you're so very cute. You're so cute. Okay, so let's... Now that I feel confident that all of this section is done, where is this other... Oh, wait, so that's... Okay, so this is where I was trying to head. So this back portion, yeah, see, there's still, like, crystal buds and stuff along here. And there's those albinarics patrolling right near where Miss Miranda, number 725, is at. You're just hanging out. Oh, my goodness, don't do that to me. If you don't move, like I said, that's the thing that knocked me off a torrent before, because you just get into Stagger City with that, and it's absolutely obnoxious. Where did these guys go? Oh, they're patrolling way over there now. Okay. So this is probably like the limit of where they patrol, and they move back towards the shore. Man, there's these things, though, they have so much health. That was like 4,000, nearly 4,000 HP that I just did just from those successive attacks. They probably got like 5,000 HP when it's all said and done. So Miranda is no joke. She has got a lot of health. So this is also over on the edge towards the gate town. So then I grabbed the crystal bud there. I just saw one of the stems, and then this takes me back towards. So those albinarics are dead. This takes me back towards where this thing is at. Let me go kill these albinarics real fast. Get them out of the way. Big guy with his massive like full-on tree trunk that he carries around. Nice. Okay, so then another... Man, this is a pretty dense area. There's just so many Miranda flowers and albinarics and stuff. I feel like this is a much more dense section of woods than a lot of the stuff that's over on like this side. I feel like a lot of the woods over there didn't really have all that much in them. But this section feels very extensive because of all of the Miranda flowers and the fact that there's like a couple of just random spots that have items, like this island thing over here, and then there's albinarics patrolling. So there's a lot of stuff throughout here. So you do not want to skip over this area thinking that there's not going to be much in here. Okay, so all of this is good. So let's now check along all of this, I guess, where all these crystals are. There's another glintstone firefly there. But yeah, I think this whole crystal section is probably what's next. Man, I don't know why it's hard to see. Like for whatever reason, just the color of this, it's hard to look directly at. Once I go through all of this, then there's that other Miranda flower that I need to kill, and I would imagine maybe even a whole other one. And then we'll probably be able... We should be out the other side pretty soon, right? Yeah, we're just about out the other side of this. And then we'll actually be able to head into the open water and deal with all of that. And I don't think... So this... Because all these crystals are here, I don't remember checking this section of land, so this needs to be checked real fast. So I might as well go through this quickly and then head back out into the water, I guess. And, ooh, and this is a real big crystal. This crystal has been growing for many years. Oh, yeah, and I figured there was going to be some of these hanging out around here. These, like, crystal lizards or whatever they're called. What about back here, though? Looks like... Man, it's real dark back here, actually. I feel like it'd be... If they had a cave or something hidden back here, that'd be easy to miss. I don't think there shouldn't really be any caves along the edges here that we're walking on, though. Oh, and this is a whole okay, so maybe I shouldn't do all of this land yet, because this is a whole section of land that stretches pretty far, it looks like. So I really should probably finish the woods first. But let me at least go around this large section of crystals and get this out of the way. I have a feeling that probably up through, like if you walk up through some of these middle sections, there's got to be some glintstone fireflies up in here. Not that they're super important, but, you know, as usual, I feel the need to collect them. And I hear, where's this lizard guy? Oh, here he is. There you are, my lizard friend. These guys are easy, though, because they stagger from one hit, so... Ooh, but that guy's, he's about to vomit. He's about to vomit his sharp crystals at me. Yeah, see, there's a, holy crap, there are a lot of different sections of crystals here that have the glintstone fireflies on them. Alright, so this now, all the way to this line, I would say, of where this thing is at, I would say I've explored everything. And then that right there is where the albinarchs are. I missed some mushrooms here. So there's still another Miranda right there. I want to keep running over some of these crystal growths, though. Try to make sure that I get every last glintstone firefly on these. And then I was seeing that once you get onto the land, from what I could see just from being up there briefly, once you get onto the land, you're kind of walking towards... Looked like maybe there were some more albinarchs over there. And then... Let's see. So, yeah, this loops almost basically all the way over to where the crystal tunnel is at. So this whole section of land here on the edge is probably going to be relatively extensive. Is this... Oh, crap. I don't know if this is technically... This looks like this is not actually in the water. So I think this is technically part of the land as well. So I'm going to have to sort of... Yeah, so that's where that albinarch is at. And then there's a whole other Miranda flower there, too, it looks like. Man, where are you guys coming from? Holy crap. So Miss Miranda, a guy holding an entire tree trunk in his hands as well. I bet you can... I think you can get that weapon. Wow, so, okay, so I haven't walked over this section of crystals yet then. I thought this one... I think this one I checked. But I'm clearly still picking up glintstone fireflies. So some of this I haven't walked over. But I think it was just this one. Yeah, it looks like it was just this one. Alright, so before really going through this land, I guess let's head back down into the water. I need to go through probably this section of crystals real quickly as well. Glintstone firefly. Oh, Miranda saw me. Frick. Yeah, there. Oh, well, okay. Well, she's not going to start doing glintstone. She's just going to poison the air. It's fine. Cool with that. Don't have any issue whatsoever with that. And did I just see, though? There's another... Is that the Miranda flower that I saw before, or is that a whole other one? Because, my goodness, it feels like this place is never ending. It's just like full of enemies and full of crystals and stuff like that. Ooh, I hadn't run over this one yet. Glintstone fireflies there. Okay, so that's Miss Miranda. Over this way, I think we're probably good, because this is kind of taking me back to this. I think I ran over this section of crystals. Cool. Alright, so since I've got 20,000 runes on me right now, by the time I get through all of this, and I don't know that there's, as far as I know, there's not another grace anywhere in here, so I think this will probably be the next grace I'm able to stop off at. And I should have enough golden runes in my inventory to be able to just pop all of those and level. And I'm getting somewhat close, I would say. Somewhat close to where I can finally utilize the grafted dragon. I've had the grafted dragon in my inventory for days now. Days and days. And I just haven't had the attributes to be able to wield it. But the thing that I'm thinking is, since I have the scar seal on me, I've had that, I think it's is it Radigan's scar seal? Whose do I have on me right now? Yeah, Radigan Scarseal. So since I've got that on me, and I don't plan on removing that anytime soon, that's getting me 3 extra strength points. So because of that, I'm not going to need as many attributes in order to be able to utilize the Grafted Dragon, but I still want to get my strength to the level where even if I take off Radigan Scarseal, that I have the attributes to still continue to utilize the Grafted Dragon. But I feel like in some ways I might end up making that decision like, oh man, crap. I might end up making that decision after I utilize the Grafted Dragon, because I may use it and go, I don't really enjoy using this. It doesn't do what I was hoping it would. Crap. Oh my goodness. Holy... my goodness. Yeah, I may end up just deciding, you know, I don't really care about this all that much, and then I might be like, I don't really need to level my strength all the way to the point where I can use it without the Scarseal. I'll just use it when I'm wearing the Scarseal. So, I guess that's kind of my thought process surrounding that right now. But regardless, once we get to the next grace, I should be able to level my strength again. And then I don't really know what I want to put a focus into after that, I guess. Once I get my strength a little further, I guess... maybe I should do more Dex since this is a Dex build, but I feel like I've sort of hit the soft cap on Dex. But I'm not really sure. I should probably look up what the soft cap is because I have no clue. And that's something that in... ooh, I should depoison myself. That's something that in all FromSoft games, I've never really learned extensively, like what the soft caps are and stuff like that. And I know that it's different. As far as I know, it's different with each game because the attribute system works a little bit differently in each game depending on like what attributes you need and things like that and how long the game is. So I know that the soft caps and hard caps and stuff are different with each one, but I've never really researched what they are in any of them. So I may need to check that out a little bit with this game, so that I'm not just continuously throwing levels into something that is not really getting me any sort of benefit. If I were planning on going... I mean, I guess eventually I would like to maybe even take this character into New Game, or into New Game Plus. Because eventually, like once I finish this super thorough playthrough of the base game, then what I'm going to do is... I thought I saw a dragonfly there. Then what I'm going to do is, of course, we're going to head into Shadow of the Erdtree and be super thorough with that. And that'll be a blind playthrough, as I've said before, because I haven't played Shadow of the Erdtree. So, because of that, like, I want to continue to level. And I'd like to eventually take it into New Game Plus, but I just feel like I'm going to hit certain soft caps for the time being, where it's going to be like, there's not really any reason to continue leveling those right now. So if because of how thorough I'm being, and because of the fact that that allows me to just level pretty frequently. Oh, am I poisoned? Oh, I thought it didn't actually poison me. I think that what might be a good idea is to figure out the soft caps for each attribute, and then sort of like get myself to the soft cap with each and every one of them. And then once I get to the soft cap of each attribute, then be like, okay, like now I can maybe put a focus into something else again, or into something specific again. So that might be the plan. So I feel like I'm running through sections I've already been through again, because I'm trying to figure out what I've been to. Okay, so this takes me back to that. So this sort of is the direction I need to go. Okay, so there's some stuff here. So yeah, I haven't run through this section yet, I guess. But we're finally almost out to the other side of these woods. And then this takes me to a whole other section of land here. Yeah, alright, so we're almost out to the other side of these woods. So we've almost made it through the entirety of them. And then I'll be able to probably rest at that grace too. Because I'm not really going to care if any of this stuff respawns or anything. Because all this will be behind me. We'll not really have any reason to come back. Hi there. Hello. These things are basically the Miranda Sprouts. That's what it was. How did I forgot earlier and then just randomly remembered. The Miranda Sprouts are basically no threat unless they do the thing where they just swing their head like a maniac and and end up just stagger citying you. I don't know if I came all the way out to this before, like yesterday. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing in this anyway, though. Alright, so how close are we? Yeah, so we're essentially outside of the woods now. But I think there was a little section maybe on the side here. So that's where those were. This over here is where these land squirts were. So that's done. So I think probably all along this edge of where this rock formation is, this should be done. So then just this last little section here, and then we are home free. And I don't think there's probably going to be... Oh, look, there's some mushrooms. Got some shrooms. Do not smoke them or eat them or anything. I do not recommend. You know, another thing that mushrooms makes me think of, besides LSD, is... and this is where the transport gate was. Yeah, okay, so that's the transport gate that led me over to where the Liurnia West map fragment was. But another thing that mushrooms makes me think of is I remember years ago, I don't know, it had to have been like, I'm going to say 10 years ago or so at least, maybe longer. I remember like a news story about a family that I think they had maybe just recently, I think they hadn't been living in the U.S. all that long. I think they were maybe for some reason, India sticks out to me. So, obviously, like, plant life and stuff is a little bit different in each area of the world. And so in some areas of the world, wild mushrooms are safe to eat, I would assume. And so this family, whether they had moved to the U.S. or they had been... like they were just here on vacation or something, visiting people, I have no idea. I guess they decided to cook a meal. So it was like a mother, a few kids, and her husband. And so I guess she decided to cook a meal, and for whatever reason, like she saw wild mushrooms in their backyard or something like that, brought them in and cooked them into the meal, and it ended up like killing the entire family because most wild mushrooms, as far as I know, throughout the U.S., are poisonous to humans. So I'm pretty sure that was a true story, but that always just reminded me, like, do not eat wild mushrooms. Why would you necessarily in the first place? Again, unless you're from maybe a part of the world where typically wild mushrooms are safe to eat, but that is not the case here. And I just seem to, I don't remember, like, any other context surrounding the story, but I just remember that stuck with me, hearing that it had, like, killed off the whole family from eating those wild shrooms. So, okay, so this takes me back to here. So I walked through all of this, I believe. So now we can kind of, I think maybe good thing to do is to now begin working through this section of land. And then I can work through, like, this water portion in a little bit. Because this all should be good around here on this edge. And maybe what I can do, actually, let's go over and rest at this grace real fast. And then I can come back over and start working my way through this section of land. And see, you've got so much just open water here that I don't even know if there's typically not much in it at all, but it just I always feel the need to go and check through all of it. Okay, so let me use this stuff. I should have enough to get myself up to the points that I need for a level. So 27,000 about is where I'm going to need to be. And I hear a freaking firefly flying around my area, and I don't want to deal with that. You gotta be, can you stop? Those are so freaking annoying. So I've got, oh, that's perfect. Okay, that's like 10 extra. Oh man, my disk space, hang on a second. My disk space on my computer is almost full. I'll be right back. Okay, problem solved. I'm glad I looked down. I got a notification that my disk space was almost full and the recording would have stopped. I had like 2 gigabytes left on my 1,000 gig hard drive. Because these videos, they take up so much space when I record. So I was going to do strength. Cool. I mean, I know we're super far away from the strength soft cap. So continuing to upgrade, or continuing to level that definitely does not hurt. But yeah, these videos, since I record them at 2K, wait, which direction? This is back towards there, so I want to be going over that way. Yeah, so since I record these at 2K, the recordings themselves take up a lot of space on my hard drive, and then I'm really like doubling how much space they take up because of the fact that I then have the recording itself and then like the edited version that then goes up on YouTube, so then you kind of double how much space it takes up. So if I forget to transfer it all to an external drive, it just eats my hard drive space. It's crazy. Alright, so all of this is all out into like the open area. So like I said, we'll go do that in a little bit. First I want to check, I think, all of this actual land here. We'll start with this and then we'll move back out into some of this open water section. But then I think along here, so this edge is about as far as I made it. And then, did I make it though? Did I go all up into this? I think I did, right? Wasn't I just over here a second ago? Or wait, actually, this though, I think I must have been over on this side, because I remember picking these up. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of the line of where I made it to. Cool, so yeah, let's go through all of the land now. It's nothing, I mean, it's nothing super extensive, it's just all the land that goes along this cliff edge, I guess. So check this out, and then we'll be able to head out into the water, and we'll probably, once I get through the land and then hopefully get through the water, then we'll wrap up for today. That's still my plan, is to get through all of that before calling it a day. So we will see what I actually make it through. Man, and I need to come up with a little bit of a different way to record these videos in terms of maybe some of my setup, because the way that I have everything set right now, I'm sort of cramped in this spot. I've got like all of my equipment in front of me and stuff, and so like I'm always having to sit crisscross applesauce. My legs end up hurting, my back ends up hurting. It's not ideal. Makes me feel like an old man when I get done with a video and my body is just screaming at me. So I want to check along all of these back sections here. Again, this is leading me towards where the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnel is at, which has already been done, so we don't need to do that. Because that one day I decided to kind of sprint forward a little bit, get that done, just that way it was out of the way. Oh yeah, and there's all these guys. I remember running across this island briefly a few days ago, I think when we were sprinting through here, because I remember all these guys just hanging out on the island together, having a cult meeting. There's a lot of them. Man, you got a lot of cult members going on over here, my friends. What's up with that? I don't think there's anything else really on this little island, though, right? I think it's pretty much just them. And I can't remember what those guys are called, though. I think that they're wraiths. I don't know why I feel like wraiths is the title for them that I seem to remember. So as I was saying earlier, a lot of times the way that I approach recording each day is I'll start with recording the Minecraft episode for the day, because that takes a bit longer to record just because Minecraft's such a grindy game. So it takes a bit longer to record that, so I get that done, and then I jump into recording the Elden Ring video for the day. And today, as I was playing Minecraft, man, like the thing with Minecraft is I feel like it's sort of at the point these days where it's become more difficult, like, and that's a good thing. It had gotten to a point where it was really easy for a long time. Like, certain updates had just sort of simplified the game to sort of a stupid level. But I feel like now there's certain aspects of it where, to me, at times it feels difficult just for the sake of being difficult. Like, it's not like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes it just doesn't feel balanced. I feel like I die to stupid things a lot of times, and it may be stupid things because I just play poorly. I don't know. But for whatever reason, like, the game just frustrates me sometimes. Whereas, obviously, like, I'm saying that in the midst of playing Elden Ring, which is an extremely difficult game, but I guess it just feels more balanced overall to me. Like, I feel like you're not as much dealing with just, like, stupid stuff as I feel like you do sometimes in Minecraft. And I'm not calling the game stupid, I'm just saying that's been, like, I hadn't played Minecraft in years, and then when I started recording that playthrough, or that Let's Play, it just, I was noticing that I felt like there were just areas of the game that had become difficult, maybe unnecessarily, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think I've just got to get used to it again and get used to the new mechanics and stuff, because I just feel like I die to stuff all the time, and maybe I just get impatient with the game because it gets grindy or something. I don't know. But I tend to find myself getting so frustrated when I play it, far more frustrated than I get when playing Elden Ring. And that's saying something, because usually Elden Ring is the thing that would frustrate most people, but I tend to get more frustrated with Minecraft. Again, just because I think that this must just overall, like, I feel like with FromSoft games, whenever you die, you just very much know, okay, that was my fault. Like, there's never really a time when you die in a FromSoft game where you're just kind of like, wow, that was some BS right there. You just kind of, even though I say that sometimes as I'm playing, I always know I just made a dumb decision, and that's what ended up getting me killed. So usually you did something stupid, and that's what killed you within FromSoft games, but I feel like sometimes in Minecraft that's not the case. It's just like you just had bad luck. Like, it was just bad luck in that moment, and you ended up dying because of it. And, like, that's not as appealing to me. I feel like I want it to be based around skill and based around learning patterns and things like that, not just, hey, I'm walking through the Nether and it just happens to be that something stupid happened and now I'm dead. I don't know. I digress. And I don't know, there's got to be some items or something up here, right? Because if all of these are hanging around up here, there's got to be some reason to come up here. And I feel like a second ago, though, I saw a red one just hanging out up here. So one of them was mad when I wasn't even near. So I wonder which one that was. And does this lead back down? Is this the little... This has got to be the little section I was just on, right? Because you've got that... Oh, wait, no, because this... Hang on, so this is the section I was just on, because this leads up here. This is where I saw the angry one. So maybe up here there's some items or something. I think this is all connected, though. I think the other section where I just was, where there were some of these, is connected to this. And these are going to start shooting whatever that stuff is that they shoot, so I got to be careful. Because even though these, like, they're not even a threat if you don't attack them, once you do attack them, I feel like they can quickly become a threat, because if they're all shooting at you at once and doing things like that, like smacking you with their head and hitting you with their tentacles, I feel like it can get dangerous real fast. Back there, I think, is where I just was. So I was already there. Where was this other... Here you are. What's up, my friend? I can kill you real fast. Man, like I said, I gotta get, like... I gotta fix this setup. My legs are hurting right now. So that's the little island I was at. I walked up through this middle portion. So I want to check... Is this the larger... Yeah, I want to check all along this rock formation. Oh, there's this here, though. I'll jump down for a glowing skull. Don't mind if I do. Appreciate that. Can never have too many glowing skulls. So once I get through these, like, rock formations and stuff, I think there's just going to be a little bit more land along the cliff edge to explore. And then we'll actually be able to head into where that wandering mausoleum was. I was essentially there a second ago. I heard him start moving around. I could hear his bell. I could hear his ding-a-ling dinging. So we're very close to that. And like I said, I'm pretty sure out in this huge section of water over here, though, I think that there's a lot of those like ghost guys walking around. I don't know what they're called, though. For some reason, I don't really know any lore surrounding them, I guess. It's one of the few things that I have basically zero knowledge of lore surrounding it. Because I feel like there's a lot of stuff throughout the game. I have bits and pieces of knowledge about the lore, and then there's some things, like these guys that are walking around here somewhere, that I just have no idea about, and no idea how they play into the world. Okay, so this, I think we're almost through this sort of like extension of rocks. I feel like I keep walking through the same areas a little bit here, though, but I'm still picking up stuff, so I must not be. Well, I'm definitely re-walking through certain areas, but there's just still some stuff that I haven't picked up is I guess really the case. There are a decent amount of glowing skulls around here. Yeah, see, I can hear his ding-a-ling going, so we're almost to him now. How did you escape? How did you escape my wrath, my killing spree? This, though, should take me... Yeah, this takes me back to where I just was. So this is just like one big island here, and it seems like I'm not really seeing much here. So maybe there's not necessarily a hidden item. I do feel like a second ago, though, as I was walking... Oh, this is what I saw. Oh, it's just Grave Glove Ward. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had seen an item out of the corner of my eye, but I was hoping it was going to be something a little better than that. Anything else along these rocks? I don't believe so. I think we're pretty much good. There is this little section over here, though, that I didn't walk through. And then apparently, yeah, there's this too, which I think that part of the land, though, I think that's what leads over to the Crystal Tunnel, I'm guessing. From what I remember the other day as I ran through here. I think that pretty much takes you over to the Crystal Tunnel. And then I think, how much farther is this land wrapped? So, oh no, so that takes you to the Crystal Tunnel. So this section here is stuff I haven't gone through yet, I guess. And see, those are the guys that I'm talking about. Those guys that are kind of like ghostly and they don't have heads. They're like the Headless Horseman. Or like Nearly Headless Nick or something. Well, I guess they're not Nearly Headless Nick. They're literally headless. But I don't know any of the lore surrounding them. I don't know... I think that they might be like mausoleum guards or something like that. I think. Because they seem to mostly show up surrounding like mausoleum type stuff. I'm just stretching my legs here, trying to make my legs not hurt so bad. Okay, so that's done. This is the section I was talking about. Oh, wait, no, so that wraps over to there, because you can just walk through and get back to where I was. So I've done this, too. So up here is where I haven't actually gone yet. So this is what I need to check out. And then all of this, though, should be connected all the way over to where the little section of land where the Crystal Tunnel is at. So if I just continue along here, we should make it over to there. Yeah, because I think it's kind of right back there. Let me see. So that's done. This back here is done. This stuff is still, though, what I haven't walked through. Because look, there's still roa fruit and stuff. Still want to run through some of this water, because even these little sections here that are just low bushes, I still want to run through these just for the sake of thoroughness, I guess. Because why not, you know? What does it really hurt to run through them to make sure that absolutely nothing is missed? Okay, so that's all checked. It was mostly just roa right there. And then actually, so this too, I think leads over to... Isn't there a... Oh no, back here is what leads to this whole section. For some reason I was thinking that the opening to that was here, but this is really... We're still technically like underneath where the Rhea Lucaria... Like where the bridge is at, is kind of where we're at right now. So we've got to go past the bridge, technically, to get over to this whole thing that'll then lead us over to where the Grand Lift is at. Okay, so all of this land, I think, is good. And then we get into some of this stuff. So can I activate this? No. Okay, so I already found whatever that would have sent me to. I would imagine that would have sent me to the Crystal Tunnel. Because as I've talked about before, if you haven't activated, though, or if you've already found whatever these like ghost trees will lead you to, then you can't even activate them. But if you haven't found whatever like the area is, or the item, or whatever, if you haven't found what it would take you to, then you can activate it. And it's usually, I think, just like a wandering noble that pops out of it. And if you follow him, he takes you to whatever he's programmed to take you to. So since I can't activate that, I'm assuming that it would just take me over here to where the tunnel would be at. So let me see. So I was about to actually run out there and start fighting them, but we're essentially at the end of the land here. So let's just check this real fast, I guess, before heading out into the water. And I gotta go and clean up. The mausoleum's feet to get him to sit down, son. And then, of course, like, he'll just be yet another mausoleum that I have access to then, because at this point I have access to probably, like, I mean, including the one that I found on the Weeping Peninsula, I have access to probably like 5 wandering mausoleums. So I have the option to duplicate a lot of different remembrances, but right now I don't even have one remembrance because I utilized Godric the Grafted's remembrance, and now I'm kind of wishing that I wouldn't have, because I could have duplicated his and got his second weapon in the Round Table Hold instead of just the Grafted Dragon. So I'm kind of regretting using his before trying to duplicate it. I just wasn't thinking about it, because as I've said before, I've never even utilized a Wandering Mausoleum before. I always knock them down, just so that they're not wandering anymore, and so that I don't run the risk of them stepping on me or anything. Hey, Charlos. Oh yeah, so then this is what leads me, yeah, right here is where the tunnel's at. So I always knock them down, but I've never actually duplicated a remembrance in them before, so it just didn't even cross my mind before I bought the Grafted Dragon. So, hey buddy, can you move your face, please? It's kind of hard to play when your face is on the controller. Yeah, so in the future, that's, like, once I kill Renala, that should be the next thing that I get a remembrance from. Or wait, actually, because you don't get an Ancestral Follower remembrance, right? So I haven't, now I'm second guessing if I have any. No, I do not, because I think usually they appear in here. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking all of a sudden maybe that the Ancestral Follower gives you one, but I don't think he's important enough to give you a remembrance, so... Alright, so then does this... So this section, does this take me... I think this is... Essentially, this land will just take me back to the dead end, I think. And so all of this land, though, I think surrounding where the Crystal Tunnel is at back there... All of this... I guess. What are you doing? I'm going to push you over here, okay? All of this, I think, is good. So we can basically start heading into the water now. But there is just this back corner here, I guess, that I want to check that I think will just lead to a dead end. I don't think this is actually going to take me to anything. Oh, yeah, because then I think, isn't there... I feel like there's a Spirit Spring back here. Because this takes you right up to this edge, like on Bellum Highway. You've got like this indentation here in the land up there that I think you can get to somewhere around here. Because you've got these headstones that are coming down from up there. I'm obviously not going to use that to get up there because, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a Spirit Spring. But I do want to check all these corners real fast. Look at his ding-a-ling-dingin'. Look at that. What a guy. What a guy. Yeah, so let me just check all along these edges real fast before I take him down. I don't think there's anything here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So, let's take Mr. Guy down and his big old ding-a-ling. Why are there... Oh, that's right. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I know how to take this one down. Because I don't think he has stuff on his feet. So I'm probably going to have to look up how you actually bring this one down. Because I seem to remember in my first playthrough realizing that I didn't understand how to get him to sit. Because he doesn't have like the normal white stuff around his feet. So that's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to... I'm probably going to have to research that and figure out what that's all about. Because I never have before. I think I just left him in my first playthrough. So we will come back to that, most likely. Even if I don't remember, it's not really a big deal, because, again, I haven't even necessarily needed to duplicate any remembrances yet. Even though I wish I would have with Godric's, but it's not like a necessity or anything. So if I come back, great. If I don't, also great. So now I'm going to start running through all this section of water. This is a pretty big area. Pretty massive section here. So it's going to take a couple of minutes. But all this stuff back here I think is good. I feel like I've run through this because this is sort of all part of the edge of land, right? Yeah, and I kind of ran in between these rocks. I think. Oh yeah, because here's the magic tree. So let's kill these guys. So these guys though, I can. Oh, I almost. Man, that kind of sucks that it's just over 2 hits that it takes to kill them. That's gonna be kind of annoying. Don't you do it though. If that one he dropped smithing stone 2s. If they mostly like if more of them drop smithing stone 2s. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Don't you do it. Let me see. Did he drop 2s? No, just bolts. Okay. Sometimes I get excited when certain just regular enemies drop smithing stones, because I start thinking maybe you can sort of farm them. I'm going to heal real fast. So yeah, this section of water here is pretty massive. But I still would like to try to wrap this up before we end for the day. But this has already been sort of a long episode, so I may not actually make it through this. And like, yeah, look at the amount of these guys that are just patrolling around. I mean, these guys aren't even patrolling; they're just standing here like bums. But there's a lot of pockets of these guys just around the water here. So I don't know exactly what the purpose of that is. Again, I'm guessing because they're like some sort of mausoleum guardians or something like that. But I don't know. Man, and that's probably one of the most annoying parts about them, though, is the way that they teleport away like that. Oh, this guy, he's a strong boy. He's stronger than the other ones. Yeah, you're a big guy. I need to be careful because he hurts. And it seems like when he's taking a swing, you can't really stagger him. You can stagger him if he hasn't already started swinging, I think. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Go. Wow. Okay, maybe I should do this on foot. At least with this guy, because he appears to be no joke. Crap. Oh man, yeah, you can't stagger that. Dang it, man. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Got him. Okay, get 406. Yeah, so that guy's he's a little bit of a strong boy. He's nothing to shake a stick at, that's for sure. Let me deal with all of his small minions real fast. So these guys are basically nothing, but he was no friggin' joke. Okay, can you just stop with all this noise? All this dang it. I'm gonna die. Crap, and I accidentally used my cerulean flask. I didn't mean to do that. These guys, because there's so many, that's even though they're not difficult, I feel like it's just there's so many around here. Okay, stop. The shields that they have are absolutely obnoxious. Because of the fact that they're 100% damage negation, so then you're just swinging at them and they're blocking absolutely everything. And I wanted to quickly check. I think everything surrounding this is also good, right? Yeah, because this is what led back into the land. Yeah, okay, so that's good. All right, and then these guys, they're wandering over here, so I need to go promptly deal with them real fast. And then there's a whole other section of them, though, further out in the water that I'm also going to have to deal with. Yeah, see, the combination of them having the shield plus being able to teleport away, it's like when you break their guard, they just teleport away. And it's obnoxious. Yeah, it's super annoying. It's like one hit and then they're gone. Okay, and I've got my flasks back after foolishly using my cerulean tears there a second ago. Okay, so this is a whole section of land as well. I know that we've got this section here too. Like I said, really I'm mostly just trying to get through this water portion right now, which I think a lot of it is just wide open. But clearly there's stuff in here since we've got these guys. But I don't know that I'm necessarily going to find any items throughout here from what I can remember. Dang it, man. Yeah, and so that's the one, I think, the one wandering mausoleum that I don't really know how to deal with, because I think all the other ones are just normal and have the stuff on their feet that you have to clean off. But but I just don't know about this guy. I don't know about him. Ooh, the fog has cleared a little bit, so I have a little bit of a better view of what's around here and what we're going for. So this all leads back to him. So, oh, there's that spirit spring that I was thinking of. Okay, so that's the spirit spring that'll take me up to Bellum Highway. So it's on this little section of land here. Before going up there, though, I think that it would probably be best to finish taking out these guys. And there's still a little bit of water that I need to run through because some of it's just, like, still an open area. Yeah, so that one guy that dropped smithing stones, he must have just been somewhat of a fluke. Because most of these seem to be dropping things like bolts. And I think one of them may have dropped a crossbow, too. I don't know. Yeah, these are just... They're very annoying. Very annoying. You gotta wait for them to lower their shield. I'm just very impatient, I guess. There we go. Alright, so then, yeah, that's where the spirit spring is, so that's a whole section I need to check out. Oh, and there's items over there, in that corner. Let's kill these 3 guys. I think these are the last 3. So, of course, I'm going to kind of use the bridge as my line of that's as far as I'm going to go in this point of exploration. And then another day we'll end up on the... Wow, wow, wow. Oh, my goodness, it's going to kill me. Wow. After all that, holy crap, after all that, it killed me. I should not have gotten myself stuck in the middle of them. Alright, well, I don't need to kill all of them again, so... My goodness. Holy crap. I'm not going to kill all of them again, and it is nice that there's a Stake America here. I feel like that's there because of the fact that there's so many of these. So all these guys I've killed before. This little band of them are the only ones I didn't kill, but I guess it doesn't even really matter. I don't necessarily need to kill them. Let me pick these up real fast, and let me go explore this section of land over here. So yeah, this will be my line. I'm not going to go past where the bridge is right now, but I don't want to see what this item is. Come on. Somber Smithing Stone 3. Nice. And is that all I had on me? I only had 3,700 runes on me? That's crazy. Alright, so I think I'm going to wrap for today. We've got a tiny bit more of this section here that I should probably check out. But we can wrap this up tomorrow, just kind of running through a little bit more of this water section. And this land is essentially explored too, and this spirit spring will just take me up top towards where Bellum Highway's at. So that's going to wrap us for today. So if you enjoyed today's episode, I would highly appreciate it if you would leave a like, maybe a comment, and also hit subscribe. So tomorrow we will finish off this open section here. Again, I don't think there's really anything here, but we'll check it out anyway. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.